Millionaire and Chill Live. Now, for me, being someone who does all these John Carpenter games, I think it's only fair I chill down and play some normal. So, do apologize for the camera angle. I had to raise a lot. I had to put a slot step above it to where you get this angle. But, anyways, let's do so. There's some real cash edition. I'm thinking maybe four general knowledge, four adult entertainment, and four sport, all in the adult category. So let's see how I do. Start from player. Start with the four adult junior knowledge games.
Good choice. Let's hope selecting general knowledge questions is going to be the beginning of a winning formula. Let's see how far up the money tree you can go.
Okay.
Five questions to get you up to £1,000. Right, let's start things off nice and easy with a £100 question.
Okay, for 100 quid. The two people engaged in a violent dispute are often referred to as being what? At drunkerheads, at loggerheads, at twickerheads, at bronchoheads. That'd be at loggerheads.
Well done, that's a good start.
Yeah, when I normally do the games, when I record them, I usually have it where the camera's zoomed out by half. So, anyways. Which adjective did Shipbuilder magazine infamously use to describe this vessel? Unreliable, unethical, unadventurous, unsinkable. That'd be the unsinkable Titanic.
It's early to be giving me the wrong answer, but that was the right answer. Well done.
Yeah, I will say this though. I also have the first edition is the O3 re-release, and the I believe it's the third edition, picture edition from 05 after this game. I'm waiting for those. What is the general term for breaking into someone's computer system? Cropping, cleaving, sawing, hacking. That'd be a hacking. It's also used to modify a game as well, modify a video game.
Let's get you up to £500 with question number 4.
For 500 quid. In Greek mythology, what were Jason and the Argonauts searching for? Silver fur, bronze mane, golden fleece, copper stubble. That'd be the golden fleece.
That's the right answer.
Yeah, that was a question on the UK Junior Edition game. That was actually on the £1 million questions they had.
I can guarantee you £1,000 on our brand new Switch Lifeline if you can answer this question correctly.
For 1,000 quid. This industry's most famous suspension bridge crosses which river? Trent, Avon, Tyne, Mersey. That'd be the Avon River.
That's the right answer.
Yeah, I think that's either Brunel or Telford in the picture.
Well, it really couldn't be going much better for you. 5 correct answers, £1,000 in the bank, and all your lifelines intact. And we're going to give you another one, our brand new Switch Lifeline, which you can use once in the game to swap your question for another. And with all those lifelines, getting you to £2,000 really is looking good. Have a look at the next question, which has a treat for getting this far and in some style. Will feature a special motion video, sound clip, or a brand new picture.
For £2,000.
Challenger, go with throttle up. 15 seconds. Velocity 2,900 feet per second. Altitude 9 nautical miles. Downrange distance 7 nautical miles.
The disaster was caused by a failure of an O-ring seal in which part of the craft? Booster rocket, flight deck, nose cap, payload bay. That'd be the booster rocket.
I'm very pleased to say you just won 2,000.
Yeah, there was the Rogers Commission in '86 that investigated that. It was actually the O-rings weren't suitable for the temperatures that they were launching at Columbia. Especially Challenger explosion.
We'll win you £4,000. Lots of luck. Here comes the question.
For £4,000. What's the capital of the island of Sicily? Heraklion, Valletta, Palermo, Cagliari. That'd be Palermo.
Just won £4,000. Very well done.
Yep.
Well, you played a faultless game so far, and you have £4,000 and all 4 of your lifelines intact. You are 3 questions away from the next milestone. The first of those questions is worth £8,000 and is coming up now.
The halfway point in this game. Which of these is a term for a collar, a beard, and a shade of brown? Van Gogh, Van Dyke, Van Brew, Van Doren. That'd be Van Dyke.
If this is the correct answer, you'll win £8,000. It is the correct answer. Well played. Things are getting a little more serious now. £16,000 is a huge amount of money, and that's how much you can win by giving me a correct answer to question number 9. As the money goes up, the drops also get bigger. You could lose £7,000 if you get me a wrong answer. So think carefully before you give me your final answer.
For 16,000. Ophiology is a branch of zoology concerned with what? Birds of prey, beetles, snakes, primates. That'd be snakes.
So you've given me your final
Snakes.
answer.
Why did it have to be snakes?
£16,000. Wow, a terrific performance from you so far. 9 correct answers, and you've not yet had to use any of your lifelines. You're either very clever or very brave. If you can give me a 10th correct answer, you'll guarantee yourself £32,000. And don't forget how big the drop back to the previous milestone is. A wrong answer would lose you £15,000.
For 32,000. At which university did Malcolm Bradbury found a creative writing course? Cambridge, Bristol, East Anglia, Brighton. That'd be East Anglia.
Now, I know how big this moment is, so I won't keep you in suspense. It's the right answer. You just won £32,000.
Okay.
So it's such a great relief to get to this part of the game. You've got £32,000 safe. And now the chance to double it again. Now that you pass another of our milestones, we're going to reward you with another of our special questions. It'll contain either a video, a sound clip, or a picture. Hopefully, it will see you on your way to £64,000. Here it comes.
Okay, for £64,000. Which company sponsored the Body Zone exhibit here in 2000? Pfizer, Boots, Superdrug, GlaxoSmithKline. That'd be Boots.
You have just won £64,000. Amazing. £125,000 is a lot of money, and it's what I could be giving you if you can give me the right answer to the next question. You have to remember that you could lose the 32,000 you have just one if you give me the wrong answer to this next question. So think carefully. Lots of luck.
For £125,000. In 1380, which English king pawned the crown jewels to pay for his wedding? Edward I, Richard II, Henry III, William II. That'd be Richard II.
It's no mean feat getting to this level, and you could be about to lose £32,000. Or you could be about to win £125,000. And you have. It's the right answer. Well done. Right, let's look at where we are. If you give me a correct answer to the next question, you will win £250,000. But if you give me a wrong answer, you will lose £93,000. Let's make sure that does not happen. Have a look at your next question.
For $250,000. Which poet born in 1914 has the middle name Morley? John Beshman, Stevie Smith, Dylan Thomas, Robert Graves. That'd be Dylan Thomas.
This is getting serious now. You've just decided to play our question for £250,000, and you've given me the right answer. You're a virtual quarter of a millionaire.
One of the best Irish poets to ever exist.
Things couldn't be going any better. You just keep giving me the right answer, and I keep handing you bigger and bigger sums of money. And there is even more where that came from. Starting with a virtual check for £500,000, but only if you can find me the right answer to this question coming up. Remember, you still haven't used all your lifelines, which may come in very handy. Here it is.
For 500,000, which of these is said to be the model for Middlemarch in the novel by George Eliot? Leicester, Preston, Coventry, Bolton. That'd be Coventry.
You just risked £218,000. You had £250,000. You now have £500,000. Amazing, you were one of our biggest ever.
Yeah, that was, I think, only my second one I did in adult general knowledge that I ended up getting it. I basically just said, the hell of it, just guessed right away. The city is the first one as well, I guess, about the Lau house in Madrid.
You have a real chance here to earn the virtual million. It's a rare thing to be asking a £1 million question when you haven't used all your lifelines, but that is the enviable position that you are in at this moment. So enjoy it. I've got everything crossed and wish you the very best of luck. Here comes your final question.
Okay. A shame moment true, but it's only the first game of this, so. Which fruit belongs to the genus Musa? Pineapple, banana, mango, pomegranate. That'd be banana.
We're talking about vast sums of money here. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
What a brave player. You played the £1 million question. There is now no going back, even though you did have the chance to walk away with a guaranteed £500,000. I can tell you that by taking that chance, you will now be walking away with £1 million. You are a winner. Incredibly well done. Not only have you won a virtual million, but you now have the chance to win a large, real cash prize in our exclusive text draw just by following the details on the next screen.
Yeah, it's kind of funny realizing that now the real cash thing ended in 2008. So, honestly, that cash price draw is kind of counterintuitive because you don't necessarily have to own the game to reach that far. You just have a friend like me who plays this game often. I can just feed you it, and then I guess you could kind of ballot stuffing, but not really. So, just one done so far. But I said 4. I'm gonna try to do at least 4 on adult general knowledge, 4 in adult entertainment, and 2 in sport. It might change. I might try to do 5 in both adult general knowledge and adult entertainment. So. Time for game 2. Yeah, I just for the first 4 I'll do adult general knowledge. So.
Good choice. Let's hope selecting general knowledge questions is going to be the beginning.
Yeah, well, after the stream, I'm going to count see how many draw card games I've done at this. So. Let's see. Yeah, I do apologize for the camera angle. It's the best I can do. So. For 100 quid. Which volcano can be seen here overlooking the ruins of Pompeii? Mauna Loa, Mount Vesuvius, Mount St. Helens, Mount Unzen. That'd be Mount Vesuvius. Yeah. I've also wondered whether I could get a HDMI capture card. That way I could do it on my laptop. So.
Let's hope you find this question for £200 nicely.
For 200 quid. Which word means a frivolous escapade or prank? Mace, caper, mint, sage. To be a caper.
Start if you need to go on, that's absolutely correct. You've not used any lifelines, so they're all still available if you need them on this £300 question.
The 300 quid. What was this actor's nickname? King, Earl, Duke, Marquis. That'd be the Duke. Be John Wayne, I believe, the picture.
You're right. Well done. It's the right answer. Let's get you up to £500 with question number 4.
For 500 quid. Which of these most likely to be sold by a haberdasher? Buns and zips, bread and cheese, shoes and socks, tables and chairs. To be buns and zips.
We seem confident that was the right answer. And it was. Well done.
Yeah, buns and haberdasher is a men's clothing store. Cool. Hey, buddy R.
I can guarantee you £1,000 on our brand new
So far,
Switch
my
Lifeline.
second game so far of this Millionaire Chill session. What's the county town of County Down in Northern Ireland? Down Samus, Down Demore, Down Liam, Down Patrick. That'd be a Down Patrick.
You had £500. Now you have £1,000.
Yep.
It's the right answer. Well, it really couldn't be going much better for you. 5 correct answers, £1,000 in the bank, and all your lifelines intact. And we're going to give you another one, our brand new Switch Lifeline, which you can use once in the game to swap your question for another. And with all those lifelines getting you to £2,000, really is looking good. Have a look at the next question, which as a treat for getting this far and in some style, will feature a special motion video sound clip for a brand new picture.
Okay. Where in Europe did this wedding ceremony take place? Liechtenstein, Monaco, Andorra, San Marino. It held in Monaco.
I'm very pleased to say
Yeah.
you just won £2,000.
At the time of this live stream, the Monaco Grand Prix just happened in Formula One.
Very well done. You get to touch any of your lifelines, and the correct answer here will win you £4,000. Lots of luck. Here comes the question.
For £4,000. What is an L? Unit of measure? Pottery jug? Printing error? Spider's nest? That'd be a unit of measure.
Just won £4,000. Very well
Yeah,
done.
and rather than having to do it, when I usually record the John Carpenter games for this, I usually have it where it's just the cigar box with like a coin and a couple cards staying of it. With this, I'd stack a baseball book, the cigar box, both of the my DVDs, dual clamshells, and I'd stack 2 copies each of the second edition and first edition here in the States. Klopka is the middle name of which the following? G.K. Chesterton, J.K. Rowling, Jerome K. Jerome, J.K. Galbraith. That'd be Jerome K. Jerome.
If this is the correct answer, you'll win £8,000. It is the correct answer. Well played. Things are getting a little more serious now. £16,000 is a huge amount of money, and that's how much you can win by giving me a correct answer to question number 9. As the money goes up, the drops also get bigger. You could lose £7,000 if you gave me a wrong answer. So think carefully before you give me your final answer.
For 16,000 quid. In which body of water does this artificial island lie in? Gulf of Oman, Persian Gulf, Red Sea, Gulf of Aden. That'd be the Persian Gulf.
So you've given me your final answer, and it's absolutely correct.
And,
You've won
yeah.
£16,000.
Not sure. That could be Qatar. I'm not sure.
Wow, a terrific performance from you so far. 9 correct answers, and you've not yet had to use any of your lifelines. You're either very clever or very brave. If you can give me a 10th correct answer, you'll guarantee yourself £32,000. And don't forget how big the drop back to the previous milestone is. A wrong answer will lose you £15,000. Be careful.
For 32,000. Which type of creature was Apis worshipped by the ancient Egyptians? Bull, bear, bat, bee. That'd be a bull.
You had £16,000. You could have walked away with that. I have to say you were right not to. You just won £32,000.
We're doing so good so far.
So it's such a great relief to get to this part of the game. You've got £32,000 safe. And now the chance to double it again. Now that you've passed another of our milestones, we're going to reward you with another of our special questions. It'll contain either a video, a sound clip, or a picture. Hopefully, it will see you on your way to £64,000. Here it comes.
Okay, second of the special questions. Under which temperamental chef did this man train at Harvey's restaurants in London? Albert Roux, Anthony Bourdain, Raymond Blanc, Marco Pierre White. Gordon Ramsay trained under Marco Pierre White.
Okay, you've given me your final answer. I can tell you, it is the right answer. You just won £64,000.
I'm not sure if Gordon Ramsay adopted his style from Marco Pierre White. I'm trying to hold it in. I'm trying to hold in my laughter looking at that question. As long as I don't get the one with Boris Johnson, that'll be.
You have to remember that you could lose the 32,000 you have just one if you give me the wrong answer to this next question. So think carefully. Lots of luck.
For £125,000. With which of these are the Kyla family associated? Bakewell tart, Cornish pasty, Dundee marmalade, Irish stew. To be Dundee marmalade.
Well, you give me your final answer. There's no going back now at all. I'm sorry, but I'm ripping up your virtual check for 64,000.
That's fine, Chris. That's fine.
And I'm replacing it with one for £125,000. It's the right answer. Right, let's look at where we are. If you give me a correct answer to the next question, you will win £250,000. But if you give me a wrong answer, you will lose £93,000. Let's make sure that does not happen. Have a look at your next question.
Okay, for £250,000. Which term means the biston of a cigar? The end that is lit. Nip, tuck, flag, cap. It's the paper tuck. It's word
You could be
tucks.
about to become
Actually,
a quarter of a millionaire, or you could be about to lose £93,000. You have just given me the right answer to it. You could now go all the way. Things couldn't be going any better. You just keep giving me the right answer, and I keep handing you bigger and bigger sums of money. And there is even more where that came from. Starting with a virtual check for £500,000, but only if you can find me the right answer to this question coming up. Remember, you still haven't used all your lifelines, which may come in very handy. Here it is.
okay, for £500,000. The sullen goose is an alternative name for which seabird? Gannet, puffin, cormorant, storm petrel. That'd be the gannet.
I really enjoyed these big questions. You had £250,000. You now have £500,000.
I know when I know Taylor had this question. I know Palm had this question. I know Zoe had this question before, and I get this question as well. It's kind of funny. Is like the questions I see other people when they play the game. They get the ones that are common to them. For me, I get the ones that no one seems to get. So
When you haven't used all your lifelines, but that is the enviable position that you are in at this moment. So enjoy it. I've got everything crossed and wish you the very best of luck. Here comes your final question.
okay. Which British monarch was crowned by the Bishop of Carlisle? Liz I, Charles II, Anne, James I. James II. I'm gonna switch it. I think that was Elizabeth. Actually, I think it was Elizabeth that was the answer to that one. Please look it up if I'm wrong. If I was right that first time.
Let's hope the new question is a bit better for you. Computer, please switch the question.
Okay, take two. Who said I would sooner read a timetable or a catalog than nothing at all? Somerset Maugham, G.K. Chesterton, Arthur Conan Doyle, H.G. Wells. That'd be Somerset Maugham.
We're talking about vast sums of money here. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
What a
Yeah.
brave
Technically not a
man.
John Carver games. I
Playing the
did
£1 million
switch.
question. There is now
Did switch at the
no
last
going
question.
back, even though you did have the chance to walk away with a
Okay.
guaranteed
I'd probably
£500,000.
guess Elizabeth the First
I can tell you that by taking that chance,
for the
you
first one.
now
So
play with £1 million. You are a winner. Incredibly well done. Not only have you won a virtual million, but you now have the chance to win a large, real cash prize in our exclusive text draw just by following the details on the next screen.
I'm actually gonna look it up now. Like, was I right the first time? Was that actually Bishop of Carlisle?
Thanks for playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and lots of luck if you've entered our cash prize draw.
I'm checking. It was Elizabeth the First. Oh, so we've been right the first time. We've been right on my first question. Ah. Yeah, I was torn between something like Charles II or I was thinking either Charles or Richard. I was thinking it could be Charles or Richard II. That's why I switched. So yeah, bit of a heartbreaker I had to switch, but you can't go perfection. Perfection is something everyone dreams. So, but switch is one of those questions, one of those quibbles where it's like you can switch, it still keep your lifelines intact. So, but okay, time for a third. 3 iced 4. I'm gonna try to do 4 in adult general knowledge. This is game 3 of 4
Good
so
choice.
far.
Let's hope selecting general knowledge questions is going to be the beginning of a winning formula. Let's see how far on the money tree you can go, starting with 5 questions to get you up to £1,000. Take a look at question number 1.
For 100 quid. In computing, which word means to find and eliminate the errors in the program? Delouse, degerm, degrease, debug. To be debug.
Well done, you've won £100. £200 for a right answer.
For 200 quid. What is said to bury in the sand if you ignore the reality of a situation? Your foot, your arm, your toe, your head. You bury your sand in the head. Bury your head in the sand if you want to ignore the reality of the situation.
You've not used any lifelines, so they're all still available if you need them on this £300 question.
For 300 quid. What do antipodes refer to as Fogland and Pomgolia? USA, New Zealand, UK, Tasmania. That'd be the UK.
You wouldn't want to give me a wrong answer at this stage, and you haven't. Well done. Let's get you up to £500 with question number 4.
For 500 quid. We opened the first Kentucky Fried Chicken franchise in 1952. Colonel Bogey, Colonel Sanders, Colonel Parker, Colonel Mustard. That'd be Colonel Sanders.
Well done. 4 correct answers in a row for you. Well, this is the last chance that you could leave with nothing. Please don't do that. Here comes question 5.
For 1,000 quid. The Mekong River flows through which of these countries? Chile, China, Chad, Czech Republic. That'd be China.
I can tell you, you've given me the right answer. Well done. Well, it really couldn't be going much better for you. 5 correct answers, £1,000.
Yeah, so far gone 1 John Carpenter game so far, and 1. I guess it's in one technically another John Carpenter game because I did use the Switch Lifeline question at that point, but again, like I said before, yeah, I had that question off camera. I think I ended up guessing James the First on that top price question the last game. For £2,000.
Together with great men of infantry and artillery, hurled themselves in vain upon the ever-narrowing, ever-contracting appendix.
Which part of World War II is Winston Churchill speaking about here? Dunkirk, Pearl Harbor, Stalingrad, El Alamein. That'd be the Dunkirk evacuations.
You had £1,000. You just won
And
£2,000.
for
It's
my
your
first
turn.
edition UK players, Dynamo, I just had to throw it out there, honestly.
Very well done. You get to touch any of your lifelines, and the correct answer here will win you £4,000. Lots of luck. Here comes the question.
For £4,000, who was the show started the fire that destroyed half of Rome in 64 AD? Caligula, Commodus, Tiberius, Nero. The whole Nero Filler Rome burns complete bull
You had
honky.
£2,000, and your correct answer is double the money, 4,000. Well, you played a faultless game so far, and you have £4,000 and all four of your lifelines intact. You are 3 questions away from the next milestone. The first of those questions is worth £8,000 and is coming up now.
The halfway point of this game. What's the literal meaning of the word pandemonium? House of demons? All the demons? World of demons? Demon kingdom? That'd be all the demons.
If this is wrong, you'll be waving goodbye to £3,000. But it's not wrong. You just won £8,000. Things are getting a little more serious now. £16,000 is a huge amount of money, and that's how much you can win by giving me a correct answer to question number 9. As the money goes up, the drops also get bigger. You could lose £7,000 if you get me a wrong answer. So think carefully before you give me your final answer.
For 16,000. The name of which imaginary place has become synonymous with political scheming? Camelot, Arcadia, Ruritania, Brobdingnag. To be Ruritania.
Your £8,000 has become £16,000. You are
Yeah,
right. Well done.
Brobdingnag's from, I believe, Gulliver's Travels, I believe.
Wow, a terrific performance from you so far. 9 correct answers, and you've not yet used any of your lifelines. You're either very clever or very brave. If you can give me a 10th correct answer, you'll guarantee yourself £32,000. And don't forget how big the drop back to the previous milestone is. A wrong answer would lose you £15,000. Be careful.
For 32,000. In which decade did this band make his famous journey aboard HMS Beagle? 1810s, 1820s, 1830s, 1840s. That'd be the 1830s.
You had £16,000. You could have walked away with that. I have to say you were right not to. You just won £32,000. So it's such a great relief to get to this part of the game. You've got £32,000 safe. And now the chance to double it again. Now that you pass another of our milestones, we're going to reward you with another of our special questions. It'll contain either a video, a sound clip, or a picture. Hopefully, it will see you on your way to £64,000. Here it comes.
Okay, for 64,000 though. This event is a part of an annual fiesta celebration with Saint Firmine, Saint Isidore, Saint Quitera, Saint Solus. That'd be for Saint Firmine.
You had £32,000. You now have £64,000.
Okay. It's Rey of the Bulls in Pamplona, the Las Ramblas Street.
£125,000 is a lot of money, and it's what I could be giving you if you can give me the right answer to the next question. You have to remember that you could lose the £32,000 you have just one if you give me the wrong answer to this next question. So think carefully.
Okay. For £125,000. In November 2005, who was selected as the first female chancellor of Germany? Angela Merkel, Brigitte Strauss, Claudia Brunhofer, Laura Jung. That'd be Angela Merkel.
Okay, you decided to risk £32,000, and it was a risk well worth taking. You just won
The third longest reigning champs were, but the longest who ended on their own accord. Ultimate Bismarck was the post in 1890, and Helmut Kohl, who was a Merkel's protege. Helmut Kohl lost the '98 election to Merkel's predecessor. I forget the name. It's eluded me. I forget the name of the. It was a man who beat Kohl in the '98 election in Germany. Okay. For which monarch did Gerard manufacture the crown the Queen is wearing here? Queen Victoria, King Edward VII, King Edward VIII, George VI. That was for Queen Elizabeth II's dad, George VI.
This is getting serious now. You've just decided to play a question for £250,000, and you've given me the right answer. You're a virtual quarter
Yeah.
of a millionaire.
Yeah, it's kind of like Sunni when we play these games. Elizabeth was well on her reign as queen. Yeah. Yeah. Surprised to have George V as next choice instead of Edward VIII, because Edward VIII was the older brother of George VI.
And there is even more where that came from. Starting with a virtual check for £500,000, but only if you can find me the right answer to this question coming up. Remember, you still haven't used all your lifelines, which may come in very handy. Here it is.
For $500,000. What sort of edible substance is clabber? Mashed turnips? Soured milk? Barley porridge? Stewed tripe? That'd be soured milk.
You just risked £218,000. You had £250,000. You now have half a
Yeah.
million.
I think I'm the only one who's had this question before. It's also one of the. I guess one of the few I hadn't watched online and still knew it beforehand. Without guessing outright. Okay.
You have a real chance here to earn the virtual million. It's a rare thing to be asking a £1 million question when you haven't used all your lifelines, but that is the enviable position that you are in at this moment. So enjoy it.
Okay.
I've got everything crossed and wish you the very best of luck. Here comes your final question.
Game 3 of this section. Despina and Galatea are two moons of which planet? Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. They're moons of Neptune.
We're talking about vast sums of money here. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
What a brave player. You played the million.
For John Carpenter game books.
Now, no going back, even though you did have the chance to walk away with a guaranteed £500,000. I can tell you that by taking that chance, you will now be walking away with £1 million. You are a winner. Incredibly well done. Not only have you won a virtual million, but you now have the chance to win a large, real cash prize in our exclusive text draw just by following the details on the next screen.
So far, we're starting off this 10-game run a little good. So far, 2 perfect games and 1 technical perfect game. I say technical because I end up switching the top prize question. And still got the other question right. I think one more game of adult general knowledge, then we shift to the adult entertainment, which, to be honest, I'm kind of thinking, might be a bit weak in adult entertainment, but hey. Next up is going to be the fourth and last game of adult entertainment. So. Okay, time to close out the adult general knowledge section of this live stream. If I feel like I might do a fifth to close it out, after I do the 2 sport games.
Let's see how far up the money tree you can go, starting with 5 questions to get you up to £1,000.
Yep.
Take a look at question number 1.
100 quid again. What came into effect in the USA on January 16th, 1920? Inhibition, prohibition, exhibition, imbibition. That'd be prohibition.
Well done, that's a good start. this question for £200 nicely.
For 200 quid. Which word is used to know a wine which is not sweet? Sparkling, fortified, dry, tawny. That'd be a dry wine.
It's early to be giving me the wrong answer, but that was the right answer. Well done. You've not used any lifelines, so they're all still available if you need them on this £300 question.
For 300 quid. Which of these can mean a language, a collar, a citrus fruit, or a type of duck? Lemon, grapefruit, orange, mandarin. That'd be mandarin.
That's right, for 300 quid. Have a look at question 4 for 500 quid.
For 500 pounds. Which part of a computer system usually consists of a ball and a frame? Floppy disk, keyboard, mouse, monitor. To be the mouse.
A wrong answer at this stage would mean disaster. But you were correct. Well done. Well, this is the last chance that you could leave with nothing. Please don't do that. Here comes question 5.
For 1,000 quid. Which of these has never won the Nobel Peace Prize? Nelson Mandela, Robert Mugabe, Mikhail Gorbachev, Mother Teresa. That'd be Robert Mugabe.
Well done. You've arrived safely.
Yeah, I don't think Mugabe would be eligible because he had the whole. His reign was controversial as president of Zimbabwe. I mean, he had the financial crisis, the cricket crisis, and pretty much being forced to resign office. Then
which you can use once in the game to swap your question for another. And with all those lifelines getting you to £2,000, really is looking good. Have a look at the next question, which has a treat for getting this far, and in some style, will feature a special motion video, sound clip, or a brand new picture.
£2,000. Which year was this photograph of this couple's newborn first son taken? 1979, 1982, 1985, 1988. That'd be 1982.
You had £1,000. You just won £2,000.
I think it's
the correct answer.
this picture of Prince William, I believe.
Very well done. You get to touch any of your lifelines, and the correct answer here will win you £4,000. Lots of luck. Here comes the question.
For £4,000. What nickname has been given to the Waterloo and City line on the London Underground? The sewer, the bog, the drain, the gutter. That'd be the drain.
You had £2,000, and your correct answer means you doubled the money to £4,000. Well, you played a faultless game so far, and you have £4,000 and all 4 of your lifelines intact. You are 3 questions away from the next milestone. The first of those questions is worth £8,000, and it's coming up now.
The halfway point in this game. Who succeeded Neil Kinnock as leader of the Labour Party in 1992? Michael Foot, Tony Blair, Roy Hattersley, John Smith. That'd be John Smith.
If this is wrong, you'll be waving goodbye to £3,000. But it's not.
Yeah, it was only John Smith was only there until '94 when he passed away. And I believe I don't think Tony Blair directly succeeded John Smith as leader of the Labour Party.
Things are getting a little more serious. £16,000 is a huge amount of money, and that's how much you can win by giving me a correct answer to question number 9. As the money goes up, the drops also get bigger. You could lose £7,000 if you give me a wrong answer. So think carefully before you give me your final answer.
For £16,000. The Altesh in Europe's largest example of which the following: cave system, lake, glacier, forest. It is the largest glacier in Europe.
Your £8,000 has just become £16,000. You were right. Well done. Well, a terrific Terrific performance from you so far. 9 correct answers, and you've not yet had to use any of your lifelines. You're either very clever or very brave. If you can give me a 10th correct answer, you'll guarantee yourself £32,000. And don't forget how big the drop back to the previous milestone is. A wrong answer would lose you £15,000. Be careful.
32,000. Which word on a French map denotes food served with white grapes? Julien, Lorraine, Veronique, Angelique. Be a Veronique.
You risk £15,000 on this question. I hope you won't regret it. I don't think you will. You've given me the right answer, and it's worth £32,000. So it's such a great relief to get to this part of the game. You've got £32,000 safe, and now the chance to double it again. Now that you've passed another of our milestones, we're going to reward you with another of our special questions. It'll contain either a video, a sound clip, or a picture. Hopefully, it will see you on your way to £64,000.
Okay, for 64,000. United States were awarded this memorable fight between Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. Zaire, Uganda, Botswana, Angola. Donkey pro fight in Kinshasa, Zaire.
You had 32,000. You had nothing to lose going for this question. As it turns out, you had everything to gain. It's the right answer. It's worth £64,000.
Donkey is just so crypto as a promoter. In case anyone's wondering, my favorite fight of all time is Frank Warren. Yeah. The Hell of Don King, pretty much the Hell of Bob Arum as well.
£125,000 is a lot of money, and it's what I could be giving you if you can give me the right answer to the next question. You have to remember that you could lose the 32,000 you have just one if you give me the wrong answer to this next question. So think carefully. Lots of luck.
For £125,000, what did the O stand the abbreviated name of the U.S. film company RKO? Odysseus, Olympus, Orpheum, Orion. That'd be Orpheum.
Well, I won't keep you in too much suspense. You can say that the right answer. Just one. £125,000. What a great player.
Yeah, I think Zoe had that when he did his playthrough of Adult General Knowledge. I think he ended up using the 50-50 on that question, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, let's look at where we are. If you give me a correct answer to the next question, you will win £250,000. But if you give me the wrong answer, you will lose £93,000. Let's make sure that does not happen. Have a look at your next question.
For $250,000. Okay, what is drugs, obesity, and underachievement according to this man in 2007? Portsmouth, Swansea, Hull.
You could be about to become a millionaire, or you could be about to lose £93,000.
Dear God.
You have just given me the right answer. You could now go all the way.
Do you think that a few years later Boris Johnson actually become Prime Minister of UK, seeing he was born in New York of all places? Again, a man gets born in a new city from England.
Things couldn't be going any better.
I just don't
keep
get it.
giving me the right answer, and I keep handing you bigger and bigger sums of money. And there is even more where that came from. Starting with a virtual check for £500,000, but only if you can find me the right answer to this question coming up. Remember, you still haven't used all your lifelines, which may come in very handy. Here it is.
For $500,000. In which country is the fashion house Lau based? Germany, France, Spain, Italy. The Lau house is in Madrid, Spain.
I really enjoyed these big questions. You had £250,000. You now have £500,000. Fantastic. Well played.
Ask one for adult general knowledge,
You have a
then
real chance here to earn
switch
the
to adult
virtual
entertainment.
Nice thing to be asking a £1 million question when you haven't used all your lifelines, but that is the enviable position that you are in at this moment. So enjoy it. I've got everything crossed. And
Okay.
best of luck. Here comes your final question.
Okay. Where in Maine was this man arrested for drink driving in September 1976? Bangor, Gardner, Hollowell, Kennebunkport. It was near the Walker state that George Walker Bush was arrested for drunk driving in Kennebunkport.
We're talking about vast sums of money here. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
What a brave player. You played the £1 million question. There is now no going back, even though you did have the chance to walk away with a guaranteed £500,000. I can tell you that by taking that chance, you will now be walking away with £1 million. You are a winner. Incredibly well done. Not only have you won a virtual million, but you now have the chance to win a large, real cash prize in our exclusive text draw just by following the details on the next screen.
That was a good part. Good little run. The adult general knowledge questions. Answered 60 of 61. Cause I ended up switching the question in the second one. All of which were that one was on the top question. Now it's time to transition to adult entertainment.
To get started, select. Great, you're having a go.
Also do 4 adult entertainment games. Then I'll close out with 2 adult sport.
Real cash prizes. So let's get the first 5 questions out of the way and try to bank you a guaranteed virtual £1,000. Right, let's start things off nice and easy with a £100 question.
100 quid in the new category. Some performs music without reading from the score set to play by ear, eye, tooth, nose. To be play by ear.
That's correct, and wins you £100. Let's hope you find this question for £200 nice and easy.
For 200 quid. A name is given to a pre-recorded laughter track, sometimes added to TV shows. Canned laughter, bottled laughter, cured laughter, bagged laughter. That'd be canned laughter.
Very good, that's right, for £200. You've not used any lifelines, so they're all still available if you need them on this £300 question.
For 300 quid. What is the title of the big budget Channel 4 drama first aired in August 2005? Vanished, Missing, Lost, Kidnapped. That'd be Lost. Yeah. Which actually was an American-based show that I believe debuted here in the States as well. I'm not sure it was the same show.
Let's get you up for £500 with question number 4.
500 quid. This singer was commonly referred to as the hardest working man in America, Detroit, history, show business. James Brown, the hardest working man in show business.
Very well played, that's absolutely correct. Well, this is the last chance that you could leave with nothing. Please don't do that. Here comes question 5.
For 1,000 quid. Which of these was a UK #1 single for Blondie? Sunday Girl, Ruby Tuesday, Manic Monday, Friday on My Mind. That'd be Sunday Girl.
This was the last chance you could leave with nothing, but you're staying.
Ruby Tuesday was sung by the Rolling Stones. Manic Monday was a song by the Bengals. Gotta look up Friday on My Mind. Who made Friday on My Mind?
Well, it really couldn't be going much better for you. 5 correct answers,
The Easy Beats.
and all your lifelines in cash. Our we're going to give you another one, our brand new Switch Lifeline, which you can use once in the game to swap your question for another. And with all those lifelines, getting you to £2,000 really is looking good. Have a look at the next question, which, as a treat for getting this far and in such style, will feature a special motion video, sound clip, or a brand new picture.
For £2,000. What's the name of this singer's adopted daughter, star of The Simple Life? Nicole, Nichelle, Naomi, Ninette. I think I've had this before, but I think it's either Nicole or Naomi. I think. So, my first time I've ever used one of the main lifelines. Yes. I told you this was a Millionaire and Chill session, so let's see. See, I'm never saying A. I was thinking A for some reason, A or C. I'll trust them. I'll go Nicole.
You had £1,000. You just won £2,000.
Yeah.
It's the correct answer.
Yep, it's true. Yeah. I was not expecting to go perfect through this whole thing. I was expecting to get some hiccups.
Right, you're going along well. This is a chance to double that £2,000 with question number 7. Let's hope it gets you one step closer to that real cash prize. Here it comes.
Okay, for £4,000. Which Elvis Presley hit is based on the Coppola's O Sol Mio, Heartbreak Hotel, Jailhouse Rock, It's Now or Never, Suspicious Minds. That'd be It's Now or Never.
Very well done. It's the right answer for £4,000.
Yeah, somehow now if you use a lifeline, you get the hiccups for some reason. I don't get it. But...
You're now starting to play for some seriously decent amounts of money, and you already have £4,000 in the bank. If you can answer question number 8, you will double your money again to a rather tasty £8,000. Best of luck. Here comes the question.
Half a point in this game. Which director famously slices this man's nose in the film Chinatown? Peter Bogdanovich, Roman Polanski, Sidney Pollack, John Huston. That'd be Roman Polanski.
If this is wrong, you'll be waving goodbye to £3,000. But it's not wrong. You just won.
Yeah, that was Jack Nicholson in China. That Jack Nicholson is the picture man. The picture.
Things are getting a little more serious now. £16,000 is
Yeah.
a huge amount of money, and that's how much you can win by giving me a correct answer to question number 9. As the money goes up, the drops also get bigger. You could lose £7,000 if you give me the wrong answer. So think carefully before you give me your final answer.
For $16,000. Which 1909 film stars Kenneth Branagh and his dead wife, Emma Thompson? Day of the Dead, Dead Again, The Dead, Dead Calm. That'd be Dead Again.
If this is the right answer, you'll have won £16,000. It is
Yeah.
the right answer.
Usually the hiccups only appear if you get the question wrong with all your lifelines intact. But now I'm getting the hiccups for some reason. This one.
Right, this is a huge moment. Get the next question right, and your £16,000 will become a guaranteed £32,000. Amazing. Give me the wrong answer, and you would have to take a drop of 15,000. So let's be careful. Let's just hope that does not happen. Here comes your question.
Okay, for $32,000. Which broadcaster wrote the novel The Maid of Buttermere? David Dimbleby, Ludovic Kennedy, Melvin Bragg, Clive James. That'd be Melvin Bragg.
This is a huge moment for you. Correct answer will guarantee £32,000.
Okay.
And it is the right answer. Very well
To be honest, that was the first time we've ever used the lifeline. That's the second time I had to use lifeline as well. The first one was the second game, the adult general knowledge, where I used it at the final question,
It's such a great relief to get to this part of the
which I
game.
would have gone right if I'd gone with my instincts.
And now the chance to double it again. Now that you pass another of our milestones, we're going to reward you with another of our special questions. It'll contain either a video, a sound clip, or a picture. Hopefully, it will see you on your way to £64,000. Here it comes.
Okay, special question number 2. Since 1997, this singer has hosted an annual charity tournament. Which game? Golf, tennis, basketball, darts. Alex Cooper hosts the Rock and Roll Classic in golf.
Well, I hope that our special question has been a blessing for you.
Almost said darts there, but
That was the
commas.
right answer. You have just won a massive £64,000. You do brilliantly. 125,000 pounds is a lot of money, and it's what I could be giving you if you can give me the right answer to the next question. You have to remember that you could lose the 32,000 you have just one if you give me the wrong answer to this next question. So think carefully. Lots of luck.
For £125,000, this singer appears as herself in which film? Batman Begins, Spider-Man, Superman Returns, Hellboy. Macy Gray appears in Spider-Man.
Or maybe you wish you'd walked away with £64,000. You'll be pleased you didn't, though, because you just won
Yeah. I think I'm the only one who's ever gotten a question, got it right, and went to. I know Tayo when he did this. I think it was in 2023, first year in 2023. He had the question, he got it right in the next one, but messed up the next question, which I think was a question about which play wasn't ruined by Joe Wharton.
But if you give me a wrong answer, you will lose £93,000. Let's make sure that does not happen. Have a look at your next question.
For $250,000, what learning establishment did this person attend from the age of 6? Science Institute, Military Academy, Opera School, Cookery College. Jackie Chan attended opera school.
This is getting serious now. You've just decided to play our question for £250,000, and you've given me the right answer. You're a virtual
Yeah, Jackie Chan does have a good singing voice. He did a couple songs in the 80s in his main one, then did a Chinese cover of Don Oswald's Big Mouth View, which I actually prefer over the Osman original from Milan, I believe.
You just keep giving me the right answer, and I keep handing you bigger and bigger sums of money. And there is even more where that came from. Starting with a virtual check for £500,000, but only if you can find me the right answer to this question coming up. Remember, you still haven't used all your lifelines, which may come in very handy. Here it is.
For $500,000. In 1967, Singer on the Left was placed in this group by which the following: Sidney Birdsong, Jean Terrell, Mary Wells, Betty Swan. Sidney Birdsong replaced Florence Ballard at the Supremes.
You just risked £218,000. You had £250,000. You now have £500,000.
Yeah, it goes from left to right. So Florence Ballard, Mary Wilson, Diana Ross, and Diana Ross was replaced by Jean Terrell in 1970. And I think the original lineup ended in 74. They did try to have a second lineup, but the lineup, the Supremes originally ended in 77 with, I think it's 2 freak one-offs I think they had at one point. So, okay.
Here comes your final question.
Okay. Possible 5. Who directed the 1968 film with this group recording Sympathy for the Devil? Jean-Luc Godard, Francois Truffaut, Claude Chabrol, Louis Malle. That'd be Jean-Luc Godard.
It does not get any more serious than this. Are you absolutely sure that that is your final answer?
Yes.
What a brave player. You have played the £1 million question. There is now no going back, even though you did have the chance to walk away with a guaranteed £500,000. I can tell you that by taking that chance, you will now be walking away with £1 million. You are a winner. Incredibly well done. Not only have you won a virtual million, but you now have the chance to win a large, real cash prize in our exclusive text draw by following the details on the next screen.
Kind of bummed out I had to use the Iron's Lifeline at the £2,000 question, but I really doubt it was a good first game. So far, it was kind of I've only used 2 lifelines in 5 games so far in this Millionaire Chill session. Halfway done. Kind of sure if I get the Oasis question, I might have to use the Ions again. If I get the one, not the £64,000 question, But the 2,000 pound question, I'm kind of concerned about that. So far halfway done. So time to do number 6. I'm sticking to adult entertainment
Get
again.
started, select the difficulty and category of questions you'd like to play.
Yep.
Great, you're having a go at answering the entertainment questions. Only 15 of them stand between you and the chance to bag some real cash prizes. So, let's get the first 5 questions out of the way and try to bank you a guaranteed virtual £1,000. Take a look at question number 1.
For 100 quid, complete the name of the famous TV couples Richard and Saunders, Judy, Hutch, Sweep. Richard and Judy.
That's right, and a great way to start. £200 for a right answer here.
For 200 quid. Which country does this character come from? Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan. Whereabouts from Kazakhstan?
200 quid, well done. You've not used any lifelines, so they're all still available if you need them on this £300 question.
300 quid. What does door normally do to a percussion instrument or to make it sound? Blow into it, pluck its strings, strike it, press its keys. You strike a percussion instrument.
That was the answer I was looking for. Good work. Let's get you up to £500 with question number 4.
For 500 quid. Which sees the character in the Harry Potter books and films? Whining Winnie, Grumbling Gertie, Moaning Myrtle, Carping Connie. Gotta ask the answer to this one. I've seen this a couple times before, but yeah, I'm burning a life on only 500
Come on,
pounds.
audience, all look alert.
Yeah.
We need your help to get this question right. So,
I
if you're all
think
ready, please grab your
it's either
keypad
B or C, I
or
think.
vote now.
72 say C. Okay.
Well, it's not often we get such a definitive result. I think you will be going for C.
Yeah, I'll go for C. I'll go Moaning Myrtle. Yeah.
That's the right answer. Your £1,000 is
You
inside.
can tell I'm not. It's been a couple weeks since I've done
Well, this is the last
adult
chance.
entertainment or any of the real cash
Don't do
editions.
that. Here comes question 5.
For 1,000 quid. What name is given to the magical housewife in the cult comedy series Bewitched? Samantha, Amanda, Letitia, Rowena. That'd be Samantha.
That's the correct answer. Well played. Well done. £1,000 safely in the bank. But I don't just want to give you that. I want to give you our new Switch lifeline that you can use once to swap your question for another if you don't like the look of it. To reward you for getting this far, your next question will include a video clip, a sound clip, or a special image. Remember, you can still use your 50-50, your phone a friend, or switch if you don't know the answer.
Okay, for 2,000 pounds.
When the record shop doors opened this morning, battle commenced. The chances are
This is a question I was fearing, and Chris Terrence said, deal with it.
But in 1 week, there can only be one winner. For Oasis, the contest is something of a grudge match.
I think they're parting for the 90s. You know what I mean? I think we've got to get back to rock and roll, not Chaz and Dave.
I think I might know this one. Which Oasis single was one half of the cost of 1995 Spat? Roll With It, Supersonic, Lila, Stand By Me. I think it's Roll With It, but I'm going to use my 50-50. I know it's not B or D.
Okay, you want to see if your 50-50 lifeline can help you out? Computer, please.
I know for a fact it isn't Lyra. So. Roll With It.
You'll be pleased you went 50-50. It's It's helped you win £2,000.
Yeah. It's not the best game so far I've done of adult entertainment because. So select a lifeline. So pick a phone a friend.
Right, you're going along well. This is a chance to double that
Yeah.
£2,000 with question number 7. Let's hope it gets you one step closer to that real cash prize. Here it comes.
Okay, for £4,000. Which singing sisters were awarded MBEs in 2006 New Year's Honors List? The Coors, the Beverly Sisters, the Nolans, the Andrews Sisters. That'd be the Beverly Sisters.
Very well done. It's the right answer for £4,000. You're making strong progress, and you're now just 3 questions away from securing yourself a guaranteed £32,000. The first of those questions is worth £8,000, and you still have 3 of your 4 lifelines intact. Not bad at all.
I've got 2, Chris. Which TV star was described as a poor, miserable old bat by Anna Ford in 2005? Jeremy Clarkson, Michael Blair, Keith Floyd, Jeremy Paxman. I believe that'd be Michael Blair who Anna Ford described it.
Very well done. Your right answer
Yeah.
is worth £8,000.
You can find a clip on the line, I believe.
Things are getting a little more serious now. £16,000 is a huge amount of money, and that's how much you can win by giving me a correct answer to question number 9. As the money goes up, the drops also get bigger. You could lose £7,000 if you give me a wrong answer. So think carefully before you give me your final answer.
For $16,000. Which comic actor stars in 1982 film noir spoof Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid? Robin Williams, Richard Pryor, Chevy Chase, Steve Martin. That'd be Steve Martin.
If this is the right answer, you'll won £16,000. It is the right answer. Very well played. Wow, this is getting tense now. You're just 6 questions away from £1 million, but perhaps, more importantly, only 1 question away from the second milestone and £32,000 guaranteed. You have 2 lifelines still remaining, should you need them to help you get to that milestone. What's up? Here comes that question.
Okay, for $32,000. In which of these man's films does he drive a car with the license plate D. Fens? Wall Street, Fatal Attraction, Black Rain, Falling Down. That'd be Falling Down.
This is a huge moment for you. Correct answer, guaranteed 32,000. And it is the right answer. Very well played.
And so far, the worst. I'm surprised if I haven't. I'm not really at the sharpest so far adult entertainment for some reason. I mean, having this audience of 500 in the phone for 2000, that'd be a recipe for disaster for any contestant. But I could still switch, I could still phone a friend. But up to this point, the phone a friend's pretty much useless. Up to this point.
A sound clip or a picture. Hopefully, it will see you on your way to £64,000. Here it comes.
Okay, 64,000. What's the name of the recording studio this band owns in Chanhassen, Minnesota? Tweed Plains, Herringbone City, Paisley Park, Velvet Gardens. The late Prince had a recording studio called Paisley Park.
You have just won £64,000. Amazing.
Yep.
£125,000 is a lot of money, and it's what I could be giving you if you can give me the right answer to the next question. You have to remember that you could lose the 32,000 you have just one if you give me the wrong answer to this next question. So think carefully. Lots of luck.
For 125,000. When you test 6 BBC polled 100 greatest Bruins, which of these ranked above this man? Queen Victoria, Paul McCartney, Margaret Thatcher, Isaac Newton. John Lennon was 8th on that poll, but Isaac Newton was 6th.
It's no mean feat getting to this level, and you could be about to lose £32,000. Or you could be about to win £125,000. answer. Well done.
Yeah, I know Churchill and Telford were 1-2 on that poll. I think it was actually
Right,
Churchill
so
and
wait,
Brunel
if
that
you
were
give me a
1-2.
correct answer for the next question, you will win £250,000. But if you give me a wrong answer, you will lose £93,000. Let's make sure that does not happen. Have a look at your next question.
For $250,000. Which of the following plays was not written by Joe Orton? The Arbacam Camp, Loot, Funeral Games, Mr. Whatnot. Mr. Well was written by Alan Ayckbourn, not Joe Orton.
This is getting serious now. You've just decided to play our question for £250,000. And you've given me the right answer. You're a virtual $250,000. Things couldn't be going any better. You just keep giving me the right answer, and I keep handing you bigger and bigger sums of money. And there is even more where that came from. Starting with a virtual check for £500,000, but only if you can find me the right answer for this question coming up. Remember, you still haven't used all your lifelines, which may come in very handy. Here it is.
For $500,000. Which of these parts and hits was written for her by Paul McCartney? Step Inside Love, Alfie, You're My World, A Fool Am I? Paul McCartney wrote Step Inside Love for Cilla Black.
I really enjoyed these big questions. You had £250,000. You now have £500,000. Fantastic. Well played.
I might just milk it in for the £1,000,000 question. I might.
You have a real chance here to own the virtual million. It's a rare thing to be asking a £1,000,000 question when you haven't used all your lifelines, but that is the enviable position that you are in at this moment. So enjoy it. I've got everything crossed and wish you the very best of luck. Here comes your final question.
Number 6. In the film Dodgeball, which team is this band's character coach? Team Blitzkrieg, Lumberjacks, Skills That Kills, Average Joes. Do you ever know how stuff coaches Team Blitzkrieg?
It does not get any more serious than this. Are you absolutely sure that that is your final answer?
Yes.
What a brave player. You have played the £1,000,000 question. There is now no going back, even though you did have the chance to walk away with a guaranteed £500,000. I can tell you that by taking that chance, you will now be walking away with £1,000,000. You are a winner. Incredibly well done. Not only have you won a virtual million, but you now have the chance to win a large, real cash prize in our exclusive text draw just by following the details on the next screen.
Number 6, yeah. Yeah, so far the only time I'm doing actually worse than I did in adult general knowledge. So far I've used the audience twice in 2 consecutive games, and I had to use 50-50 on another. But I still managed to rattle off 9 in a row for another one. So. Time for number 7.
To get started.
Yeah, we'll do 2 adult sport to close it out.
Great, you're having a go at answering the entertainment questions. Only 15 of them stand between you and the chance to bag some real cash prizes. So, let's get the first 5 questions out of the way and try to bank you a guaranteed virtual £1,000. Take a look at question number 1.
For £100. These people are cast members from which soap opera? EastEnders, Coronation Street, Emmerdale, Hollyoaks. That'd be EastEnders.
That this question for £200 tonight.
For 200 quid. What term describes a British-made, typically low-budget film? Bric-Brac? Bric-a-brac? Brit flick? Think that's either A or B for some reason. Burning the Ice for the third game in a row for adult entertainment.
Right. So, if you're all ready, please grab your keypad. All vote now.
Okay. Well, saying 3 are saying C, so.
Well, it's not often we get such a definitive result. I think you will be going for C.
Yeah, I'll go for Brit flick.
It's early to be giving me the wrong answer, but that was the right answer. Well done. All's going well so far. Have a look at this one for £300.
300 quid. This is a still from which classic film? The African Queen, The Maltese Falcon, Key Largo, Casablanca. That'd be Casablanca. Yeah, Humphrey Bogart will recall star in all 4 films, but the top hat's synonymous with Casablanca.
Remember, you still have 2 lifelines if you need them. Here comes question number 4.
For 500 quid. Which of these words is derived from Italian for little dance? Ballet, mime, drama, concert. It'd be ballet.
Well, you seem confident that was the right answer. And it was. Well done. Well, this is the last chance that you could leave with nothing. Please don't do that. Here comes question 5.
For £1,000. The Paris Cabaret Moulin Rouge was the birthplace of which dance? Jig, can-can, flamenco, hornpipe. It'd be the can-can.
You had £500. Now you have £1,000. That's the right answer. Well done, £1,000 safely in the bank. But I don't just want to give you that. I want to give you our new Switch lifeline that you can use once to swap your question for another if you don't like the look of it. To reward you for getting this far, your next question will include a video clip, a sound clip, or a special image. Remember, you can still use your 50-50, your phone a friend, or switch if you don't know the answer.
For £2,000. The ugly Betty star in the center shares her first name with which country? Venezuela, Cuba, America, Canada. That's America Ferrera in the center.
Very well played, spot on. That's won you £2,000. Right, you're going along well. This is a chance to double that £2,000 with question number 7. Let's hope it gets you one step closer to that real cash prize. Here it comes.
For £4,000. What sort of soup is the 1933 Marx Brothers film? Veal, beef, duck, chicken. That'd be duck soup.
The correct answer here is worth £4,000, and that's exactly what you got. The correct answer. You're now starting to play for some seriously decent amounts of money, and you already have £4,000 in the bank. If you can answer question number 8, you will double your money again to a rather tasty £8,000. Best of luck. Here comes the question.
Half a point is game. On the cover of the Beatles' Abbey Road album, which Beatle is shoeless? John Lennon, Ringo Starr, Paul McCartney, George Harrison. That'd be Paul McCartney.
Very well done. Your right answer is worth £8,000. Things are getting a little more serious now. £16,000 is a huge amount of money, and that's how much you can win by giving me a correct answer to question number 9. As the money goes up, the drops also get bigger. You could lose £7,000 if you give me a wrong answer. So think carefully before you give me your final answer.
for £16,000. Which of these characters appears in four of Shakespeare's plays? Brutus, Falstaff, Banquo, Rosencrantz. Believe that be Falstaff.
Really well done. You just won £16,000. Right, this is a huge moment. Get the next question right, and your £16,000 will become a guaranteed £32,000, mate. Give me the wrong answer, and you would have to take a drop of 15,000. So let's be careful. Let's just hope that does not happen. Here comes your question.
32,000. In 2006, the singer shared his 60th birthday party in the East End with which artists? Tracy Emin, Damien Hirst, Mark Wallinger, Sam Terrell Wood. Elton John had Sam Terrell Wood for his 60th birthday.
If this is right, I can guarantee you 32,000. It is right. You are assured now of a big win. It's always such a great relief to get to this part of the game. You've got £32,000 safe, and now the chance to double it again. Now that you've passed another of our milestones, we're going to reward you with another of our special questions. It'll contain either a video, a sound clip, or a picture. Hopefully, it will see you on your way to £64,000. Here it comes.
Okay, for £64,000. This is one of the unique ones. I don't think any ever has seen this one before. Okay. He recorded a techno version of this hymn on his 1995 album, I Will Cure You. Vic Reeves, Richard D. Johns, Jasper Carrot, Steve Coogan. That'd be Vic Reeves.
Okay, you've given me your final answer. I can tell you, it is the right answer. You just won
Yeah, Vic Reeves, I know him as part of the comedy duo with Bob Mortimer.
£125,000. It's a lot of money, and it's what I could be giving you if you can give me the right answer to the next question. You have to remember that you could lose the 32,000 you have just one if you give me the wrong answer to this next question. So think carefully. Lots of luck.
For 125,000. Who produced this singer's 1991 debut solo album? Trevor Horn, Pete Waterman, William Orbit, Steve Lillywhite. I believe Trevor Horn produced Seal's debut album.
Well, you give me your final answer. There's no going back now at all. I'm sorry, but I'm ripping up your virtual check for £64,000. And I'm replacing it with one for £135,000. It's the right answer.
Yeah, I knew the picture was sealed. It was really which one produced it.
Right, let's look at where we are. If you give me a correct answer to the next question, you will win £250,000. But if you give me a wrong answer, you will lose £93,000. Let's make sure that does not happen. Have a look at your next question.
For $250,000. Which prominent American woman played a cameo role in the U.S. sitcom Gilmore Girls? Hillary Clinton, Condoleezza Rice, Madeleine Albright, Monica Lewinsky. Madeleine Albright appeared in the season 1 episode of Gilmore Girls about I believe it's the character Rory had a dream and she dreamt that Madeleine Albright was in.
You have just given me the right answer to the question. You can now go all the way. Things couldn't be going any better. You just keep giving me the right answer, and I keep handing you bigger and bigger sums of money. And there is even more where that came from. Starting with a virtual check for £500,000, but only if you can find me the right answer to this question coming up. Remember, you still haven't used all your lifelines, which may come in very handy. Here it is.
For $500,000. Who was the first person this century to win one of these as Best Actor? Russell Crowe, Kevin Spacey, Ralph Fiennes, Jim Broadbent. Kevin Spacey.
You just risked £218,000. You had £250,000. You now have $500,000.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
you were one of our biggest.
nonchalant. I think. Yeah, that's a picture of a BAFTA, I think.
You have a real chance here to own the virtual million. It's a rare thing to be asking a £1 million question when you haven't used all your lifelines, but that is the enviable position
Okay.
you're in at this moment. So enjoy it. I've got everything crossed. I wish you the very best of luck. Here comes your final question.
Okay. Both R and S numbers are used to catalog which composer's works. Mozart, Schubert, Liszt, Bach. I think it's Liszt, but I'm gonna use my 50-50. I think it's either Schubert or Liszt.
Right then, going 50-50 should help. The computer will take away 2 of the answers, leaving you with the correct one and the one remaining answer.
Okay. Let's go with it. For fuck's sake, you know what? I'm switching. I guess Franz Liszt's in the spot, but thanks a lot, Chris. You made me burn 2 for the price of 1.
Okay, so you've already removed 2 of the wrong answers.
I'm pretty sure it was Franz Liszt. I torn it was either Schubert or Liszt.
Switch the question. Here it comes.
Okay, take 2. Who produced Madonna's album Ray of Light? Steve Lillywhite, William Orbit, Brian Eno, Iggy Pop. I'm gonna milk it. I'm gonna use my phone friend. Why not? I'm gonna milk it in.
It makes perfect sense to
I'm pretty sure that first one was Franz
Choose
Liszt.
someone to help you out.
Let's pick on Liz. Watch how she'd be so dumb on this one.
I wish you'd run me with an easier question. I'll take a guess at B, but if you've got any ideas of your own, I'd go with those.
How the hell did you fluke in the answer, Liz?
Your friend hinted that the answer might be B, but they really didn't sound convinced. The decision is yours.
Well, I knew it was William Orbit before I used it, so but somehow Liz says, yeah, I know this one. How?
It does not get any more serious than this. Are you absolutely sure that that is your final answer?
Yes.
What a brave player. You played the £1 million question. There is now no going back, even though you did have
Look
a
at
chance
that
to
one.
walk away with a
Franz
guaranteed
Liszt.
£500,000. Can't tell you that by taking that chance, you will now be walking away with £1 million. You are a winner.
Yeah, that one was Franz Liszt.
Incredibly well done. Not only have you won a virtual million, but you now have the chance to win a large, real cash prize in our exclusive text draw just by following the details on the next screen.
So far, the first game I had to burn on my lifelines, but again, this is Millionaire Chill Session. This isn't a John Carpenter stream,
Thanks
so
for playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and lots of luck if you've entered our cash prize draw.
I got one more game of adult entertainment, then I got 2 more sport, and I'll close it out. Yeah, that would make sense, yeah. I'm just going through, how long it took me to do the 4, so let's see. Yeah. So up's gonna be the 4th and final for adult entertainment, and then 2 on sport, and I'll close it out. So okay. Fourth and final of adult entertainment.
Great, you're having a go at answering the entertainment questions. Only 15 of them stand between you and the chance to bag some real cash prizes. So, let's get the first 5 questions out of the way and try to bank your guaranteed virtual £1,000. Take a look at question number 1.
For 100 quid, Who was the star of the 1980s Talking Car action series Knight Rider? David Boverhoff, David Akerhoff, David Hasselhoff, David Ruckasoff. That'd be David Hasselhoff.
That's correct, and wins you £100. Let's hope you find this question for £200 nice and easy.
For 200 quid. Which of these is one of Shakespeare's plays? Morello, Quadrillo, Othello, Portillo. That'd be Othello.
Very good, that's right, for £200.
Yeah. I think Argentina's probably the weakest one out of the bunch. I'm surprised I've not gone past £1,000 in any of the 3 games prior without using the lifeline. 300 quid. Who stars as Chief Inspector Tom Barnaby in the ITV drama series Midsummer Murders? Jack Thistles, Joe Brambles, Jim Thorns, John Nettles. I think it's John Nettles, but I'm going to 50-50. Yeah, this is...
Right, there
Can
you
you imagine being so terrible as our team can get 2 John Carpenter games?
And the one remaining answer.
It's either A or D for some reason. John Nettles.
Well done, you went for the best of the 2 answers.
Yeah. I knew it was either Jim Thorns or John Nettles. Oh,
Remember, you still have 2 lifelines if you need them. Here comes question number 4.
for 500 quid. In the 18, what did this man's character have a fear of? Spiders? Flying? The number 13, money. That'd be flying.
Well done, 4 correct answers in a row for you.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to see if I can go this whole game without using any of our lifelines there.
You can answer this question correct.
For 1,000 quid. What sort of business does his family run on Coronation Street? Pub? Newsagents? Takeaway? Garage? The roughest return is a takeaway.
I can tell you, you've given me the right answer. Well done.
Yes, I'm not going to have a single John Carpenter game at Dole Entertainment.
Well, you made that look nice and easy, and your £1,000 is safe. Now, from this point on, you will be able to use our brand new Switch lifeline, which means if you don't like the look of the question, you can swap it for another one. To use it, just select the new lifeline icon on the screen. And remember, like the other lifelines, you can only use it once. We've also got a special question coming up for you, which will feature a video, sound clip, or picture. Sounds like fun. Let's take a look.
For £2,000, and Chris after this, I'll explain.
Very happy Christmas and send me jacket back. Oh, John. Gary Kimball and Eddie Rudolph.
Bingo.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, see you soon. Oh, lots of luck and many presents and happy Christmas. That's all I think.
Okay. This band's song, Hey Jude, was originally titled Hey Jules and was named for who? Julian Bream, Julie Andrews, Julian Lennon, Jules Holland. It was for John Lennon's son, Julian Lennon. Yeah. Okay, how this worked back when the game came was that you had to exchange a lifeline to get the Switch question on the show. Not counting the 12 question format, which just got it after £50,000. This one just gave you the lifeline right away. Kind of odd because the American DVD game, you got it after $25,000 question, which I will plan on never playing, to be honest, because it's pretty terrible. Which character was played by Julie Christie in the 1965 film Dr. Zhivago? Lara, Tanya, Anna, Keita. I'm gonna have to switch it. I don't know this one. I guess Anna. I'd be a guess. I guess Anna.
Switch lifeline if you're not sure of your answer. Let's hope the new question is a bit better for you. Computer, please switch the question.
Okay. Take 2. In this drama series, the person on the left access the person on the right's accountant, dentist, bodyguard, therapist. That'd be the therapist.
A correct answer
It was Laura. It was Laura. So would have been 3 for 3 if I didn't not to switch it. So
you're making strong progress, and you're now just 3 questions first of those questions is worth 8,000, and you still have 3 of your 4 lifelines.
I've got 2, Chris, not 3. Which title was won by Patrick Gibson from Wigan in November 2005? Mastermind 2005, Friend of Britain, Pop Idol champion, Countdown champion. That'd be Mastermind.
Okay, you risked £3,000, and you'll be pleased you did. You just won £8,000.
Yeah, I guess that was the same Pat Gibson that won the £1 million on the actual show. I think in 2004. I think it was before he won Mastermind.
Serious now. £16,000 is a huge amount of money, and that's how much you can win by giving me a correct answer to question number 9. As the money goes up, the drops also get bigger. You could lose £7,000 if you get me a wrong answer. So think carefully before you give me your final answer.
For 16,000. A statue of which cult film star was unveiled in Hong Kong in November 2005? Jackie Chan, James Dean, Bruce Lee, John Wayne. That'd be Bruce Lee.
Really well done. You just won £16,000. Wow, this is getting tense now. You're just 6 questions away from £1 million, but perhaps, more importantly, only 1 question away from the second milestone and £32,000 guaranteed. You have 2 lifelines still remaining, should you need them to help you get to that milestone. Lots of luck. Here comes that question.
Okay, for 32,000. Complete the title of 2006 Oscar-nominated film, The Squid and the Walrus, Seal, Otter, Whale. The Squid and the Whale.
Now, I know how big this moment is, so I won't keep you in suspense. It's the right answer. Come on, £32,000.
I think this is the first time I've gotten this far with just 2 lifelines, I think. No, my second game of this 4 game when I did, I ended up getting to the 30,000 with the phone friend and the Switch, I believe.
And now the chance to double it again. Now that you've passed another of our milestones, we're going to reward you with another of our special questions. It'll contain either a video, a sound clip, or a picture. Hopefully, it will see you on your way to 64,000.
Okay,
Here it comes.
for 64,000.
What I need is an hour's vigorous massage from the still fingertips of Laura Batty.
Who doesn't massage?
Still, it's an unpleasant thought to tie with while sitting in the back of a Rolls Royce smoking a doggy.
What are the first names of these 2 characters? Howard and Wesley, Keith and Tom, Norman and William, Sid and Seymour. That'd be Norman and William.
You had £32,000. You now have £64,000.
That was a clip of the show Fast the Summer Wine, which ran for like almost 40 years, from like the 70s to the 2010s. I need to tell you I had that question as well, I believe. It's for first stream of 2023.
And it's what I could be giving you if you can give me the right answer to the next question. You have to remember that you could lose the 32,000 you have just 1 if you give me the wrong answer to this next question. So think carefully. Lots of luck.
For £125,000. Which former Velvet Underground member recorded the 19th century album Berlin? John Cale, Starling Morrison, Maureen Tucker, Lou Reed. That'd be Lou Reed.
It's no mean feat getting to this level, and you could be about to lose £32,000. Or you could be about to win £125,000. And you have. It's the right answer. Well done.
That came out a year after he did Walk on the Wild Side.
Right, let's look at where we are. If you give me a correct answer to the next question, you will win £250,000. But if you give me a wrong answer, you will lose £93,000. Let's make sure that does not happen. Have a look at your next question.
For $250,000. Which of these instruments is played una colta? Violin, guitar, piano, cello. That'd be the piano.
This is getting serious now. You've just decided to play our question for £250,000. And you've given me the right answer. You're a virtual quarter of a millionaire. Things couldn't be going any better. You just keep giving me the right answer, and I keep handing you bigger and bigger sums of money. And there is even more where that came from. Starting with a virtual check for £500,000, but only if you can find me the right answer for this question coming up. Remember, you still haven't used all your lifelines, which may come in very handy. Here it is.
For $500,000. Who was named the title favorite son of his native Malaga in November 2005? Jose Carreras, Antonio Banderas, Enrique Iglesias, Sergio Garcia. That'd be Antonio Banderas.
You just risked £218,000. You had £250,000. You now have £500,000. Basically, you were one of our biggest ever winners.
Still got 2 lifelines left, so...
You have a real chance here to earn the virtual million. It's a rare thing to be asking a £1 million question when you haven't used all your lifelines, and that is the enviable position that you are in at this moment. So enjoy it. I've got everything crossed and wish you the very best of luck. Here comes your final question.
Last one for adult entertainment. Most named with the cowboy actor Tom Mix's favorite horse. Scout, Loco, Diablo, Tony. That'd be a Tony.
It does not get any more serious than this. Are you absolutely sure that that is your final answer?
Yes. Yeah, I think Zoe, when he did his adult entertainment later, he had that question as well.
There is now no going back, even though you did have the chance to walk away with a guaranteed £500,000. I can tell you that by taking that chance, you will now be walking away with £1 million. You are a winner. Incredibly well done. Not only have you won a virtual million, but you now have the chance to win a large, real cash prize in our exclusive text draw just by following the details on the next screen.
That's it for adult entertainment. So that just leaves the 2 games I've been stating for a long time. Adult sport. Let's get the last 2 games out of the way. Okay. Now it's the 2 I've been waiting, saving the best for last. Adult sport. Last 2 of the stream.
Excellent. You think your sporting knowledge is going to see you towards the big money? Well, I imagine you're keen to secure that £1,000 as soon as possible. So let's get the first 5 easy-peasy questions out of the way.
Kind of trolling unless you give it to me. Then
take a look at your first question for £100.
For £100. Which device might be used during a game of curling? Brush, dustpan, mop, hoover. That'd be a brush.
That's right, and a great way to start. Let's hope you find this question for £200 nicely.
£200. Which of these sports is played with a ball and a stick with a net at the end? La circle, lacrosse, la square, la triangle. That'd be lacrosse. Yeah, originated from the Lakota tribe, who used to play a similar game to that, I think in the mid-19th century, I believe. Could be crazy that the adult entertainment couldn't get a single one, but can you imagine I get 2 John Carpenter games in the last 2? And so what is to a swimming pool divided for competitions? Alleys, lanes, tracks, paths. That'd be lanes.
That was the answer I was looking for. Good work. Let's get you up to £500 with question number 4.
For £500. For the 20 years between 1908 and 1920, the Summer Games were held on which continent? Africa, Australia, South America, Europe. They were held in Europe. Yeah.
That's the right answer.
1904 is in St. Louis. 1932 is in Los Angeles.
Well, this is the last chance that you could leave with nothing. Please don't do that. Here comes question 5.
For £1,000. Hey Crooked, what does the initials LBW stand for? Leg behind wicket, look both ways, leg before wicket, long-born wicket. That'd be a leg behind wicket.
This was the last chance you could leave with nothing, and you've just done it. I am so sorry. Oh dear, you've not even made it to the first milestone.
I'm so humiliated at myself.
Absolutely.
I'm so humiliated at myself. You know what? I think after 8 in a row, I think it was only inevitable I would have a cock up. So I'm gonna call it now. I'm gonna call it a game short. I feel so humiliated at myself though. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Millionaire and Chill live session I just did. I know I did, even though my vocal cords almost strained. So anyways, I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you for the next video.